What is happening, Aquarius? This is your girl Venus Archangel here with another love reading for you guys. Thank you so much for tuning in. If you're unsure of your placements, go and check the description box below. And guys, please remember that these readings may not resonate with everybody, and that's totally fine. But I said, let's see what's happening in your love lives this week, Aquarius. What's going down, y'all? What's happening? What's been real? What's been crazy? I know y'all probably been sleeping a lot too, because last couple of weeks has been crazy. It's been pretty dense, right? So yeah, because I was like super exhausted all last week. Okay, let's see what's going on. Let's see what's happening for y'all. See your love lives. Going on with Aquarius this week in their love lives. Whoa. Well, defensive about planning for the future, eh? Aquarius. Oh my goodness. What's going on? Why y'all defensive about your future? What's going on? All right. What's going on with Aquarius and their love lives this week? What's going on with Aquarius's love life this week? Okay, well, we just gonna start out with this. Okay, I mean, it was just like giving us a spoiler. Thanks a lot, but no, I'm just kidding. Y'all defensive as hell. Ooh. Okay. What's going on, Aquarius? Why? What's going on? What's going on? 7 7 7 7 7 7s are coming out of the woodworks today. Need a little more space. I wasn't getting any space here. Okay. Queen of Swords. Oh, the past. Okay. Everybody's, like I said before, everybody so far has been getting something referencing to the past. King of Swords now. Oh my goodness, Aquarius. Oh my goodness. So there may be a situation in which, obviously, this is about your other half, right? Finding your other half, being with your other half, communicating with your other half. This could be like you guys are going through a serious situation where there may be somebody that is, you know, very direct with you, all right? Very direct. Or you're direct with somebody else. Yeah, see, this is about manifestation. Okay. What's underneath? What else is under here? Let's see. Okay, 6 of Swords. Wait, why is 6 of Swords there though? Okay. Page of Pentacles. I'll tell you all this means. Don't worry, I'll tell you what all this means. So, the King of Swords is your underlying energy. Alright, this is the focus is on you, because the King of Swords is you guys. Male or female, it don't matter. It's just that it's a fixed sign, right? Kings are usually fixed, or identified as fixed in the tarot, so that's what I like to do, especially with general readings. Now, if it was personal, I wouldn't read it like that. If you're a woman, you come up as the Queen of Swords. If you're a guy or a man, you would come up as the King. But don't worry about it. This is about you. This is about your truth, right? Being very, you know, not necessarily cutthroat, but, you know, very serious. And this has a lot to do with what you want to manifest, or this is about what you're manifesting, period. Being prepared, being ready, handling things. You have everything that you need here, right? Everything you need in regards to moving forward to what? Some sort of commitment, leaving something behind. You're prepared to leave something in the past to be able to travel to new waters, to begin something new, something that can actually offer longevity and stability. But you're defensive. The King of Swords, he ain't playing. He's like, you better be serious if you come to me. Now, I have some vibes here that y'all not really certain if you guys are open to that. Because the 7 of Wands is really predicting this. This is very protective energy. You're like, this is my precious. There's a lot of independent kind of cards in here as well. King of Swords, very independent. Queen of Swords is very independent. The Empress is very independent. But the Empress, she can be independent all day and all night, but she also knows the not necessarily knows the necessity of being like, allowing people to help her do things. She's a caretaker. She also lets people help her as well, because she is pregnant. She can do everything by herself, but should she? That's the question, right? But there's some defensive energy here, Aquarius. You're not necessarily sure. I don't know. It's like you do have an advantage though. Perspective, logic, intuition, in a way, right? Like you guys are very good at, you guys are good at looking at situations at face value, right? You guys are good at, communicating, speaking your truth, deciphering the truth from others, right? You don't want to be lied to. And you're defensive about potentially dating, right? For something, right? It could be dating for some of you, okay? And it could be you're defensive about within your relationship right now, considering that there may have been some things that, that kind of hasn't been really completely gone yet, right? There's something that's keeping you guys very defensive in your love life in general. Now, the Empress, like I said before, can be very independent. She's created the abundance around her, right? She's in a lavish garden. She's on her own. She's separated from her, from society, from anything realistic. She's got wheat. She's got a stream. She's got everything she needs. She don't need anybody else, right? Very independent. But the thing here is, she's the caretaker. She takes care of people. She's very soft. She's very gentle. She's very patient. And she creates things, right? She's the Empress. And I feel like the King of Swords and the Empress is very similar to the Emperor and the Empress, if you think about it. Those two together can be very, dynamic duo. Okay? But the Empress, to me, talks about wanting to feel comfortable. Wanting to feel taken care of. I don't think you guys want to look for a baby daddy or a sugar mama or anything like that. Okay? I don't think you guys want to look for any of that. But what I do feel like you guys may be looking for is something, being in a situation where you feel very comfortable. You feel very stable, very solid. Like this is real. This is not going to go anywhere. Because this is Taurus, right? This is a card for Taurus. It's Venus oriented. There's a lot of pleasurable things, but this is Taurus. Very grounding. But the thing that's keeping you from this, right, from being very comfortable, is the Eight of Swords, which is you feeling trapped in your thoughts, overthinking things, perhaps overanalyzing everything. The thing here is, it's like you're keeping yourself trapped. You're kind of keeping yourself in a situation that, that you don't necessarily need to, right? And it's because of what you're defensive about. Perhaps you're defensive about something regarding the past, right? Something here. Maybe you don't necessarily feel like you need to manifest anything. You're good. You're set. You're stable. But are you really? Because you have the Four of Swords here as the reason why you have the reason why you have the Nine of Swords. These are minor arcana cards, and as much as I want to say this is by choice, it could be that you guys are just more tired than anything, or reflecting, or looking within yourself, trying to figure out your own truth. But the King of Swords knows their truth already, right? Could be that you guys are trying to master that, right? Trying to figure out what your truth is and then be prepared to walk it. You're not ready to do anything, go out in the world, date. You're not ready to interact with your partner in a very harmonious way, or fix the situation yet until you know what your truth is, perhaps, right? Maybe you're just not ready yet. But the Four of Swords, let's talk about a temporary break. You may not see a way out or see a direction ahead because the past was so great. Maybe you don't want to, maybe there's nothing that can compare. Maybe you believe there's nothing that can compare to how the past was. But again, probably because of some sort of temporary break, or some sort of break in the past, some sort of pause. Or maybe there's some sort of reflection here that can kind of reinforce this feeling of not being able to do anything. Maybe the perfect person for you, maybe you believe that the perfect person for you isn't there. You have them here. Yes, the Queen of Swords is in your hopes and fears, but you have the Six of Cups in your outcome. Now, your best path to follow regarding all this is the Seven of Pentacles. So this is talking about, in a way, seeing how far you've come, right? But also, just, it's honestly just kind of like looking at why you started everything in the first place. Because the Seven of Pentacles, in a way, like he's doing something, he's working hard, he's working diligently at something, and he's starting to finally see blossoms of it, but it's not quite where he wants it, right? And it can kind of get a little frustrating, right? You know, when you're just doing all that work and you kind of only see like a tiny little flower. It can be frustrating, but it can also be amazing, right? Because you've worked so hard to finally get a flower. So I feel like right now it's figuring out what, you know, it's trying to figure out what would be worthy of your time in a way. Because the Seven of Pentacles to me is trying to figure out whether or not this, you know, growing this tree or this bush with fruits and vegetables, if it's really truly something that he actually needs to be doing. If it's something that he truly wants to do. If it's going to, you know, build him something in the long run. Get him somewhere. Because I feel like at the same time, right, you've been fending off, you know, improving yourself, leveling up. You got the King of Swords here. You know, you've been doing things. You know, boosting yourself up, being the magician, you know, tapping into those skills, you know. Yeah, you're still waiting. I don't know if you want to wait anymore, but I feel at the same time, you want things to move on. Keep making progress. It's like you're at space, you know, like it's almost like you're put back in phase 1 and you don't know why. And where am I getting that, right? Is because of the King of Swords. The Empress, in a way, is like, it's comfort. You can do that by yourself. You can take care of yourself. You can love on yourself, right? But there's something extra with her, right? Something extra. And you're here with the Seven of Wands. Defensive about it. Defensive about protecting something. Aquarius, honestly, to me, this just screams like just reevaluating, knowing what your worth is, knowing what you want, right? Figuring out if this is something that you're willing to work hard for. Because this could be a current relationship, right? And you could be like, you know, defensive in your relationship, right? Standing your ground, dealing with you, right? But you want to be in a place where you're more comfortable. You can be more relaxed. You don't have to have your wands up. You don't have to fight everybody off. You don't have to fight your partner off or feel like you're in a constant state of like fighting, right? But it's at the Eight of Swords situation because of some sort of break in the past. Perhaps you just like, you don't, you know, you're isolating yourself in a way, or you kind of keep yourself in a very like demeanor that's just cold and separate from your emotions right now, because you don't really, you know, you like the peace. You like it's just the way it is. Nothing really happening. And not that it's because you don't like to grow. It's more of that it's not crazy like the Seven of Wands, where it's constant battling it out. So for some of you guys, that's what could be going on, right? You just like the peace. You don't want to deal with the extra, right? You don't know if you're ready to go back in hustle and bustle list. So your feelings make sense with the you know, the Eight of Wands here, right? Eight of Wands. You're ready to pick things up. You kind of feel this passion, energy kind of soaring through you. You want ready to make things happen. You want to make progress. You do. In your hopes and fears is the Queen of Swords. You kind of, I feel like you want to find that person, the person that matches your energy, right? You want this person to be exactly how you want them to be, or you know, have the same exact mindset, or not even have the same exact mindset. Just, you know, be authentic to their own self, be real. Perhaps you're dealing with individuals that may not be real. Maybe you're just tired of dealing with those people, and you want to deal with somebody that truly, you know, that's truly who they are. Or you want to, this is something regarding, you want to make progress with your current person, right? The person that you know, you're in a relationship with. You want to make progress, right? You want to, either that or you want to find the person that really makes you happy. That makes you, that allows you to be comfortable. Because their truth and their guard is up as well. You want to find another soldier, another person that will fight for what they believe in. You want to find another person that's not going to take, you know, and take no crap. And that's when the Six of Cups, for some crazy reason, comes back up. Because it's like, you do end up finding what it is that makes you happy. It may not be exactly like the past, but this connection is possibly something of it has probably past life meaning to it. It also potentially, you know, it builds memories, but it reminds you of the past for some reason. Maybe, or you've already have found this individual, or you know who this individual is, and it's just kind of like maybe there's just something that happened where you don't really want to go back. Everybody's having some sort of past reference here. Now, your Wisdom of the Oracle card, you have time or timelessness. TikTok. It means timelessness, like past, present, and future happens all at the same time, right? There's nothing that really stops us. There's no such thing as time. Like, I don't know if you feel like right now that, you know, your clock is ticking, you know, you've got things you got to do and you only have a certain time slot. Love happens when it happens, unfortunately. It does. It just kind of happens and knocks on your doorstep like, hey, I know you're busy, but I got you something. So if this is time, if you're worried about time and worried about, you know, your clock's ticking and things going down, right? You have other things you want to do. Don't worry about it, right? It'll happen when it happens. It's all about focusing on the now. Time doesn't matter. Time and space does not matter. Okay. Let's take a look at your Whispers of Love. It's very interesting that comes up. And I feel like this has a lot to do with the Seven of Pentacles that's in your best path to follow, because the Seven of Pentacles does talk about how long you've been working, how hard you've been going at it, where you are now based off of when you started, and how long did that take you. And I feel like what it's saying is that no matter how much work you do, it doesn't matter how long you've done it. It's all about what you're doing in the moment. If it matters to you, if it makes sense to you, right? If it's getting you to where you want to be, if it's resonating with your truth. Because it doesn't matter how much work you've done. It doesn't matter how long you've been doing it. Well, it doesn't, mostly, right? It doesn't matter how long you've been doing it. It matters of what you're doing and why you're doing it in the first place. Okay. Very interesting message. Let's go ahead and take a look at the Whispers of Love and see what's coming up with that, you guys. Wow. Get to know each other. Learning to meet each other's needs for love is important for a relationship to grow. What did it say? It says learning to meet each other's needs for love. What is your needs, Aquarius? What is your needs? Like I said before, the Empress. That's what y'all want. That's exactly what you guys want. Someone to meet your needs. You don't need anybody, right? You want to rely on someone else. The Queen of the Empress, she doesn't necessarily need to rely on anybody. Everybody knows she can do it by herself, but she is pregnant. There are things that she probably should get some help with. Does that mean that she shouldn't get help? Does that mean that she gotta try and do it solo because she's just an independent woman or man? Right? No. No. It could mean that you want to find someone that makes you feel comfortable, makes you feel safe. Someone that is able to hit every note. And they don't have to buy you anything or get you anything to show you that. It could just be that they just know you. They see you and they resonate in the best way possible. Because these two, the King of Swords, Queen of Swords, they're the least materialistic people ever. Least. They don't care about things. As you see, they're standing atop a mountain with nothing around them. They have nothing but the sky and the clouds and a little bit of trees. But other than that, you don't see them sitting on a throne. Nothing lavished. Everything's barren around them. It's because what truly matters to them is with the essence of the truth, the essence of someone's actual nature, morals, thoughts, beliefs, ideas. They don't care about having a house. They don't care about having a garden. They just care about what's real and what's there and and honestly what touches people's hearts. Believe it or not, even though the most attached, I feel that they know that truth and communication, things like that, and technology, that is more of value to them, right? The truth is way more of value to them than anything else. And I feel like you don't want things from someone. You just want you want to have someone's, true self. You want to be around someone that can truly see you and you can truly see them. Just like how the past was. So you don't have to feel like you have to fight everything off. All right, Aquarius, this has been your love reading. Thank you so much for tuning in, guys. If you want to book a reading with me, it's in the description box below or in the icon in the corner on the upper right corner. Or I can't remember actually which direction. I think it is upper right. But yes, if you want to also follow me on my Instagram and social media, it's in the description box below as well. And as always, Aquarius, love you very much. And I will see you guys next week. Bye now.